sailing with my brother Kevin.
And I'm sailing with my brother Kendall.
Hey everyone, welcome to this Sailing with My Brother analysis video. I'm Sailing Brother Kevin, your host for this analysis video, as well as helmsman and boat owner of Flying Scot 5954, Gadzooks. The 2024 Flying Scot Buckeye Regatta was the anniversary of what started this whole goofy adventure by your favorite sailing brothers. It was at last year's Buckeye Regatta that we broke the tiller just before the spinnaker douse at the leeward mark. Last year we placed 4th of 7 and wanted to come back and retest our mettle. This year the regatta was scheduled for Friday and Saturday, May 18th and 19th, 2024. The site of the regatta was, of course, the Hoover Sailing Club on Hoover Reservoir in Westerville, Ohio. This is one of our favorite places to sail because from my previous sailing days in a windmill, we know the Hoover windmill fleet well. Since the windmill fleet runs the race committee for this regatta, my wife gets a front row seat with the race committee. Plus, the party is great. The regatta chair, Steve Rendina, distills his own gin, and it is some of the best gin you could have. Plus, as everywhere, the Flying Scot fleet is a great group of sailors. This year's regatta was the Ohio District Championship. Although we sail in the Midwest District, not the Ohio District, racing of course is open to all. Having this regatta be the Ohio District Championship brought some of the best sailors in the district to join us. Bruce and Lynn Kitchen unveiled the Kitchen Sink 4 for this event. We also met some Ohio District competitors who we had not met at past regattas. The forecast leading into this weekend was for very light winds on Saturday and no wind on Sunday, and the forecast did not disappoint. It was spot on. The regatta committee, in consultation with the PRO, decided to postpone the start of the first race until after lunch to see if the wind would fill in. It did, all at about 3 knots from the north. Off the competitors went to the start line. And while I will not bore you with a blow-by-blow analysis of all 4 exceptionally challenging slow races, suffice it to say that the light winds were not to our forte. We placed 6th, 9th, and 4th of 15 competitors. Interestingly, we were immediately behind 6131, Dan and Christy Adams, in 2 of the 4 races where we led them until just before the finish. Had we held our position, we would have placed 5th overall instead of 7th. Somehow we need to not allow boats to slip by us at the finish line. Overall, we came in 7th of 15 competitors in winds that do not favor our style of sailing. But congratulations to all the winners. Bruce and Nathan Kitchen in the middle, Brian and Pamela Pace on the right, and Scott Stephen and Mark Presley on the left. But more importantly, what did we learn? At each of the regattas, we try to pick up 8 to 10 things to help us improve for the next regatta. Here's what we learned at this one. First, our starts still suck. Unfortunately, the only way you can really learn to do starts is with other boats. You can do all the training exercises you want, but in the end, only when you have the other boats on the line will you truly learn how to start well. Hopefully, we'll suck less tomorrow. We need to pay attention to where the competition is so that we don't foul them, as in this video illustrates.
Okay, straighten up these ropes back here. Shit. Sheet in the main.
Watch out.
Sheet in the main, Kendall. Sheet in the main.
We hit them.
Damn it. All right, we will do a 720, but we're going to do it when we douse. Or 360 rather.
Ease it out.
Let's get it down. We're right there.
Sometimes we get past, like in this video when Bruce Kitchen tacked under us and then schooled us on going fast in no wind. We need to emulate the boat that passes us, note their sail position, heel angle, and body position. In this case, the major difference was that we held our 7-degree heel and Bruce was heeling until the leeward rail was kissing the water. This video is a little long, but it's sped up to deal with the extra light winds.
Oh my gosh, is that Bruce Kitchen?
Pinching in light air is the kiss of death. Even when you think you're not moving, pinching will stop you. Here's one of those places where Dan and Christy passed us because they didn't pinch, and we did.
8. And we got a boat perpendicular to us to port. You're pinching.
I know, and I'm doing that on purpose. And the reason is I'm going nowhere anyway, so I might as well reduce the distance between me and the committee boat.
You're over, Mr. Grumpy.
And of course, sail shape is crucial. Take a look at this video.
One of the things that we learned is that we're just not heeling deep enough on very light winds. Normally the heel is about 7 degrees optimally for the Scot. However, in light winds, because there's not enough wind to push that leach open, you've got to heel excessively. If you don't heel excessively, what happens is that the main, which is the powerhouse on the Scot, tends to fold along the batten fronts, as this red line illustrates. North Sail says that stalling a sail requires 5 times the amount of time to reattach the wind as luffing a sail. This makes a lot of sense intuitively. If you fold the leach closed, then that sail begins to stall, and when the sail begins to stall, you lose power. And so what we've learned here is that it's clear that we're not heeling the boat deep enough in very light winds to keep that leach open.
Finally, at the Davis Island Yacht Club race in Tampa, Florida, this past January, we learned that dropping the jib when flying the kite under 5 knots of wind would be beneficial. It certainly helped in this regatta. We were the only ones who dropped our jib on every downwind leg, and as this video shows, passed several boats, only to lose one of them going upwind again. So we didn't do as well as we wanted to, nor as well as we would have liked, but we competed and we hopefully learned a few things. We have a substantial number of learnings now. Our next step is to assemble a notebook of learnings and divide them based on wind strengths and other issues that we face in regattas. That'll be the project over the next couple of weeks as we approach the Egyptian Cup in Lake Carlisle. We may not get any video at the Egyptian Cup, as we'll be splitting up to sail with some better sailors. Our goal is to learn, although the videos we have given us great entry into the Flying Scot community. People from all over come up to us and on seeing how we're dressed say, "Oh, you're the guys with those videos." We thank you. And if you like these videos and our race videos, click the button, ring the bell, and subscribe. You'll get notified when we create new content. We also plan to do the North American Championships this year at Cedar Point Yacht Club in Westport, Connecticut, and are already registered in the Challenger fleet. We very much plan video that week of racing on Long Island Sound, so be ready. It'll also be our first regatta in actual current. It should be interesting. Anyway, I'm Sailing Brother Kevin on Gadzooks Flying Scot 5954. Until our next analysis video, the brothers wish you fair winds and smooth water.
3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.
Sailing with my brother Kevin.
And I'm sailing with my brother Kendall.